Hello, Sacred Family. Kimberly Swinson here, and I wanted to come and share with you some of the information that I've been learning, and so that you can be the best version of you. Okay. So, a lot of the chemicals and products that we've been programmed to purchase are really, really toxic, not only for us, but for the environment. And some of the things that these chemicals do when we inhale them, they can lead to respiratory issues, neurological symptoms, including headaches and fatigue. And I'm talking, these are regular household products that most people use, like Tide detergent, like any sort of dish soap. A lot of these chemicals end up staying on the dishes, and then the next time you have a meal, you're eating these chemicals. I encourage everyone to do your own research these things for yourself, learn what these things are doing so that you can make better decisions. On my path of researching all these things, I quit using any soap on my dishes. Of course, most of you know that we are raw vegan, and so there's no bacteria or anything that we can, get some disease from eating live raw foods that are plant-based. So that's not an issue for us. Vinegar would work as well, though, on your dishes. Lemons detox things, and that's what we ended up using in our home for cleaning supplies as well. After learning all these toxic products and how they affect us, we switched everything, and I use vinegar, maybe some lemon juice. If you don't like the smell of vinegar, you can put essential oil in it. You can put it in a spray bottle, some vinegar, water, essential oil, lemon juice, and that will take care of most of your cleaning supplies. There are some surfaces that you don't want to use vinegar on. Granite countertops, not a good idea. So check to see what surfaces that are good, and there are a few that aren't with vinegar, but there are still other things you could use besides toxic chemicals on those surfaces. So do your own research, and you can come up with some really less expensive and less harmful, not only for you and your body, but the environment. Because our bodies, when we even smell these toxins, like I said, they affect us, and our liver has to process a lot of these. When we ingest toxins with food, citric acid is in almost everything. If you look at cans, you're looking at labels, if it says citric acid or, anything that you can't pronounce and don't know, research it, look it up and its side effects. Citric acid does not come from lemons. It's actually cultivated from something else, and it's like a black mold. And they use this to preserve these food items. And over time, those toxins get built up in our bodies. And when we're constantly bombarded with toxins, from smelling to eating to all these things, our bodies are really amazing toxic removal systems. But when they're constantly being bombarded, they have a really challenging time. And it can overload our liver and cause us a lot of problems. When our livers get overloaded from all these toxins, they can affect the regulation of our reproductive health and our hormones. And women, we are the most targeted. Women with all the hair care products, when you're using chemicals, hairsprays, all these things, and those are going onto your crown chakra. Even shampoos. Most shampoos that are out there have a lot of parabens, chemicals that aren't good for you. If it says cetyl alcohol in it, it's actually drying your hair out. So when I started learning all these things, I watched a girl on TikTok, and she was saying, she doesn't wash her hair with any regular shampoo. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try that. And I did it. It took several months to make it feel like the oils were balancing out. So you brush your natural oils down like 100 times a day, brush your hair. That might seem like a lot, but you're really trying to get that balance back in your hair. And once you do that, you don't even need shampoo. I haven't used shampoo, I'll show you guys, for Oh, it's been a couple years. Like every once in a while, I'll feel like it gets a little bit off, but typically the oils also give me more body in my hair. So it's not, it's a different texture and feel than what you're used to with, using shampoo and those type of things every day that's stripping your body from these natural oils. But once you get to that point where it balances out, it's really amazing. And this is your crown chakra. When you're putting those chemicals right there on your crown chakra, it's really disrupting a lot of issues in the human body temple. So I highly recommend researching that, figure out other ways. I found a few clean shampoos out there that didn't have any chemicals in them. So there are some products out there, but they're rare, and you really have to do your research. You have to look at the labels and look at every ingredient, research it, look it up, look at its side effects. Don't just say, okay, what is this? Because they say, oh, it's something used in hair care products. Look it up with the side effects, possible side effects of that chemical. Another thing that I wasn't aware of for many years is how toxic our clothing can be. Polyester, acrylic, rayon, a lot of these materials are used with like super toxic things like formaldehyde and stuff. And when your skin, when you're moving and you're out and about and your skin can't breathe, these chemicals can get absorbed into the body. So I've been on a path of detoxing my wardrobe and just releasing. I let go of every single yoga pant that I owned, which was a lot at one point because I was teaching yoga classes. So I had some really nice yoga pants and I let them all go. Now I have one pair that are 100% cotton that I wear. And I'm going to be building my wardrobe back up with more, cotton, linen, bamboo, hemp. These are materials that allow our skin to breathe. And you actually will just feel better in them, I promise. Those other materials, once you start detoxing your body from these things, you'll notice a big difference. And you won't want to put those things on your body anymore. And this goes for bras and underwear, especially for women. If they have, rayon, elastane, all these chemicals, you're not breathing. On my path, I've just released bras and underwear all together. I don't wear them, unless I was wearing a really short skirt, which I don't wear. I might wear, find some cotton underwear, but I just don't even wear bras anymore. It feels so much more free. If you are still wearing underwear bras, that is cutting off the lymph system and it's really damaging over time. So consider, switching that out of your wardrobe as well. Makeup. I stopped wearing makeup, not because I didn't like it, but because I started researching all the chemicals in there. These iron dioxides and all these chemicals can throw off our balance in our hormones. Women were especially targeted. I don't use any lotions, or if I feel like my skin is a little bit dry, I have organic, I either use coconut oil or I have organic castor oil that's really nice, it's luxurious, and I might throw a few drops of essential oil and then put it on. Frankincense actually helps the cells in your body, so I will often just take a little castor oil and a few drops of frankincense and smooth it on my skin if I would just want to feel like some real luxuriousness. I actually made my own little eyebrow pencil with some cacao and castor oil, And I use that because when I was younger, it was the cool thing to have thin eyebrows, and I overplucked them, and I thought, oh, they'll grow back. Well, I was wrong. So I made my own little eyebrow the pencil with some just regular cacao and oil, and mixed it up, and it works just fine. So there are other things too. You can find ways, body butters, you can make your own. There are, shea butter is good. You can whip that up with some different scents and use that on your body. There are a lot of natural ways, and it's fun to make them and create them. If my hair feels a little dry, I'll do an avocado mask, or I'll use aloe vera gel as well. And aloe vera gel also can act as like a gel, if you have curly hair like me and you want it to kind of scrunch up a little bit. Aloe vera works, and you can also boil flax seed and water and strain it and make a gel with that. So there are so many natural things that you can do, and they're cheaper and better for the environment, better for your health. So it's really exciting once you get into learning these things. For laundry detergent, I used to use baking soda and vinegar. That's it. Or there are some other options too that don't have chemicals. But just right now where we are in Mexico, I don't have the same access to products that I normally do. So that's what I've been using here. But you can research if you're, really want something else, then there are other options. But the less scents that are in the products, the better. So these are just a few of the things that I've learned. I wanted to share with you guys because it's so interesting to me. Years ago when I was in massage therapy school, I remember my teacher had asked us to not wear perfume, and I was like, well, I just put on a light spray one day thinking, oh, she'll never notice, because I couldn't smell it myself. So I thought, oh, I'm sure she'll never notice. She totally could tell. And once you start detoxing from chemicals and things, you can smell them on people. Someone came here today to meet with our ayahuasca teacher, and she was wearing perfume, and I was like, oh my God, it just smelled so toxic to me. And now I'm like, I know what my teacher felt like, when I came in with just a little squirt of perfume. It's really toxic. So these perfumes, and even our deodorants, a lot of times, you want to really make sure I don't use deodorant because my body's pH balanced. I really don't stink. Once you detox your body and pH balance it, you're not going to have a putrid smell. So that's another savings right there. Like, you should see my beauty supplies. It's like some essential oils and maybe some castor oil. I don't have a huge thing of beauty supply stuff. Like, I don't need it. When you start really detoxing your body, you realize these things were programmed into us to make us think we need all these things outside of ourselves, to make us consume more, to buy more things that we don't need. And it's not only harmful for us, but everything is interconnected. Everything. It's harmful for the planet. When we're using these chemicals on our homes and on our bodies, all of these chemicals go back into the planet as well. So I encourage everyone to do your research and, start making some changes. Start dropping what doesn't serve you and the planet. So much love to all of you. Love, 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 love.